Hey everybody, this is Dizzy Puma here. Welcome to my channel. This is one of my first videos that I'm making, and it's a gaming-based video. I'm doing it for Life is Strange Before the Storm. I'm prepping myself for episode 3. I just watched the trailer. It was really exciting, although I'm a little scared considering what happened in Life is Strange. Like a lot of the action-packed scenes, I'm like, I don't know. It seems like things are gonna turn out okay, at least for Chloe, at the end of it. So yeah. But I'm still uncertain, and I'm still excited to see what's gonna happen in episode 3. I'm planning to do a let's play video for it to get the live reaction of my playthrough. But while I'm waiting for episode 3, which is gonna release December 20th. I'm going to review my choices in episode 1 and 2. So for this video, I'm going to review my episode 1 choices, just because the list is really long, so deciding to separate the videos. Alright, with that, let's dive in. Episode 1, Awake choices. Alright. So yeah, I mean, 4 main choices for this one. Whether you attacked or ran, mean or kind to Joyce, defended or, kind of stayed out of the fight, or you told Rachel you're more than friends or not. For me, I feel like I fell into the majority for most of them. So, I mean, it was funny when I started the game, I was feeling all pumped up that, yeah, this is Chloe's life. I'm gonna play Chloe and things are gonna get real. So I kind of went with the attack, just kind of out of adrenaline. I'm like, okay, I really want to live through the experience, and so I went for the attack and got a nice shiny bruise out of it. It was funny because everybody in the episode was asking about the bruise, which kind of made me feel like it was a badge of honor, because I've previously been in a football team where I got a lot of bruises off of that, and I would always wear them as a badge of honor. So it's kind of like a recalling that a little bit. I think at some point Rachel even offers to cover it up with makeup, and I'm just like, no, I want people to see. So second choice, were you mean or were you kind to Joyce? I think for me, I didn't realize this would be separated out as mean or kind. For me, the choice was, do you want to be honest or you want to sugarcoat what's happening with you? So I decided to be honest, because honesty is the great bedrock or foundation of any relationship. So for me, at least, that was also what was important to me right at the time, to kind of be honest with my parent here as Chloe. So yeah, I guess it was interpreted as mean, which I don't know, I kind of disagree with that. So it's funny I fell into the minority for that, but I didn't really see it as mean per se. So let's see. I don't know if I've seen the consequences of this choice really play out, or maybe I just haven't really made the connection yet, but let's see how that kind of pans out. Defended or stay out of the fight. So, what's funny about Nathan and Drew's fight scene is that apparently I was watching another video, and they're kind of making parallels of YouTube versus Twitch. At some point, I think Drew even says, or uses the word Twitch to refer to Nathan. And that is so obvious almost now that it's been pointed out. Even the colors that they're wearing is the colors of the companies, so it's interesting that the developers / writers made that choice to kind of show that battle going on. But yeah, I defended Nathan because, yeah, I think I felt like Chloe could do it. Even like sometimes when you're stepping in to defend someone, there's also that question of like, do you even have any authority or any physical attribute to do the defense or to protect the person who is being bullied, right? So I think kind of I had that confidence with Chloe that, yeah, I'm gonna be able to do this backtalk challenge. So I went for that. It'd be funny if I failed, though. I would find it really interesting to see where that panned out. So more than friends or just friends? Yeah, with Rachel, it's funny. In the first game, I never found their relationship to be explicit enough for me. At least when I say explicit, I mean romantically explicit. Um, yeah, I mean there are a lot of indications towards that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of one of those people who's like, it has to be clear. Otherwise, I won't get it, or I won't assume that, right? I don't want to assume anything. But yeah, so for this game, I wanted to be super clear from at least Chloe's side that, yeah, I want this to be a romantic relationship. So I'm just gonna say it, put it out there, and see where it goes for the rest of the game. With that, let us transition to the mini choices. Oh, there's so many. Okay, you took the money versus you didn't take the money. And okay, so what is the overview? So money, no money, purchase pot, didn't purchase pot, read Joyce's stuff, don't read Joyce's stuff, putting the photo of William or not putting the photo, slipping money, not slipping money, Elliot, not telling Elliot. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of choices in here, so I might as well deep dive. Yeah, so you took the money or you didn't take the money. I mean, it's funny that that's 50-50 right now, because I'm just like, I feel like the other 50% maybe didn't explore as much to find the option to get the money. Like, I didn't think that maybe they trashed the car and then actively did not take the money. Like, I felt like that would be too much trouble, like unless they didn't know the option that you could kind of navigate the car outside of the barn. So yeah, I mean, once I did that, I'm like, yeah, of course I'm taking the money, because I want to unlock additional options in the game. Of course, I want to see what happens. So yeah, with the money, apparently, so I looked at my results in episode 2, and I'll talk about it more in that video, but apparently I thought this choice would pay off the debt I have with Frank, but apparently not. So this choice is more towards buying pot or not buying pot, which I did not understand at the time, because Frank and I had this initial conversation where Chloe owed money to Frank, and I'm just like, oh, now I have money. So then I go back to Frank and I'm like, oh, this is me paying you off. But no, apparently it's me buying pot, not paying off Frank for the debt. So totally misunderstood or misread the situation here. Totally my bad. Yeah, it's so sad that I spent the money that I took on that. So, my bad. You read Joyce's self-help book or you didn't read it? Yeah, I mean, I feel like the game rewards snooping, or exploring your environment. So for me, I mean, in real life, of course, I won't go into someone's room and look through their drawers and read their books. That's like on the side table. I would not do that, or like find condoms in the drawer. Like, I would not do that in real life. But in the game, I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm gonna look through every drawer and shelf here. I'm gonna go through this room, just because that's kind of the behavior that's encouraged in the game. So yeah, of course I read Joyce's self-help book. Put the photo of William or not put the photo. Yeah, I mean, I think for Chloe, she hasn't gotten over William's death at this point, and I think it's kind of one of those things that when it's a death that's caused by something, like by the environment around you, like it's an unexpected death, right? I mean, it's not like William was growing old or had a terminal condition. Like, nobody could see it coming, so it came very suddenly. I think, yeah, for Chloe, it's really important to honor that memory of William. So I kind of went with that feeling based on what Chloe was feeling. So I put the photo up because I thought that was what was most appropriate. Um, yeah, you didn't slip money into Joyce's purse. 93% didn't do that. Yeah, I think it's because I spent the money in buying pot, which was not the best. So I don't think you can divide up the money to use it in different places. That would have probably been the best course of action. So Elliot is a interesting story for me personally because it kind of the relationship I had with Max and Warren kind of informs me how I want to go about playing the game and developing a relationship with Elliot or not at this point, because when I was playing as Max, I didn't realize that the game would have queer options. When I was playing it, I just started playing the game blind, just going into it based on a recommendation from a friend. So from there, I mean, I met Warren, and I'm like, oh, Warren's kind of cool. And then Chloe came and saved the day. And like Chloe was like instant attraction. I'm like, yeah, like I want to get as close to this character as possible. But I never thought that I could actually have a romantic option in the game. So yeah, I guess I kept a positive relationship with Warren, even though like I knew it wasn't gonna go anywhere. It was just kind of there, and you know, I don't want to piss him off in case I need help throughout the game. And I think it was like a bomb making scenario that I'm like, oh, I'm glad I kept the relationship with Warren, otherwise he wouldn't want to help me out with this. But yeah, it was funny because then at the end of the game I felt like, because at the end I just gave him a hug, right? Like, oh, we're just friends, but there was never anything going on between us. I'm sorry. So I felt like I was leading him on and being manipulative, which I really felt guilty about, because I'm like, that's not the type of person I want to be in a game or in real life. So with this game, I've taken the complete opposite approach, where I'm just like, nope, I'm not interested, not doing anything with you. I am not interested at all. And plus, like, Rachel is a clear romantic option. So I'm just like, nope, Elliot, not interested. So 23% were definitely no with Elliot. And I totally agree with that. I'm just like, nope, I'm not going to go to play with you. So yeah, second set of choices, 6 choices. Skip's demo, tabletop game, Victoria's homework, love, opinions on love, shared earbuds. That's a funny one. Jump or didn't jump. I mean, Skip's demo, I find it interesting 51% didn't listen to Skip's demo, and I feel like it might be because they didn't talk to Skip or missed the dialogue option. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, you're rewarded for talking to people, right? To get more information about what's happening. So I'm like, of course I talked to Skip, and yeah, when I listened to his demo, I'm like, yeah, it was a good track. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the name of his band, Pisshead. It's not the best, but I think it's unique enough to maybe stand out, that, you know, Pisshead is performing versus any other band. So it might work to his favor, I don't know. Finished tabletop game. Yeah, this was kind of like a bonus content, which I was just like, yeah, of course I'll play Dungeons and Dragons. I actually have never played Dungeons and Dragons before, so this was my first experience playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it was really interesting to pick the choices. I feel like the choices in that D&D game didn't really have any consequences. I mean, it did within the game, which was fine, but I don't think in this game itself there would be consequences of choices that you made in a tabletop game. So let's see how that pans out. You sabotage Victoria's homework, or you didn't. So I did, and it's funny because I feel like this is a slight shade of bullying a little bit, but I wanted to see the results. That's kind of why I went for sabotaging her homework, is because I wanted to see what would happen, which, you know, there are future choices in episode 2 which I made, which I feel like definitely they were in the realm of bullying, which I don't know, maybe I should treat Victoria a little bit better at this point. Maybe, yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I just want to see what the result would be, which, yeah, I don't know, questionable. I feel like you're also encouraged to take those decisions. So yeah, I did see the result and it was pretty hilarious. So kind of worth it, to be quite honest. You told Rachel you believe in love. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of, for me, like, I'm surprised I'm in the minority for this one, just because I'm just like, yeah, I want positive Rachel points, so of course I'm gonna tell her that love is a real thing. But yeah, I'm trying to think whether that helped me out in the future. Yeah, no, I don't think, I'm trying to think whether this decision came into play, but I don't think so. But yeah, I'm also like, who doesn't love a happy ending? Of course, we're gonna just reproduce the same media that I've been consuming. Alright, shared earbuds or you didn't share earbuds. I am shocked that there's such a discrepancy of like 98% versus 2%. I think it's totally hilarious that 2% didn't share earbuds with Rachel, because I've seen the clip for that. It is awkward as hell. It's, oh my god, I'm like, I couldn't even imagine that this would be a choice that people would be making. It's like, nope, I'm not gonna share earbuds. I'm just gonna sit here alone, or sit here with Rachel and just listen to music like an antisocial person. But to each their own, I guess. Jumped out of the train versus did not jump out of the train. Yeah, it was funny because the decision just came so randomly and so abruptly that I'm just like, no, Rachel, I'm not gonna jump out of a freaking train. I'm not gonna trust you. It just seemed too early for that kind of ask as well. Like, maybe if you asked me at the end of the game to jump out of the train, I might actually jump out of the train. But for me, I'm just like, I just met this person a night ago, so and this is my second interaction with her, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna jump out of the train. So yeah, those were my choices for episode 1. It's funny talking through them that a lot of my logic that led to the decisions are kind of split among whether I'm playing as myself or I'm playing as Chloe, or their future Life is Strange game, the original game, like what happens in that game. So it's interesting how my decisions are kind of a mix of all three. So yeah, my next video is going to be on episode 2 choices, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching the video, and please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks, bye now.